Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the Secretary of State for early sight of the statement. Also, I'd like to put on record welcome action taken by the Government to protect 4,200 jobs. It is really important we protect the remaining heavy industry and manufacturing facilities in the UK. But that said, Mr Speaker, there are still questions that need to be answered. Now, the Secretary confirms this is a loan, he says, in commercial terms, and he's laboured the risk there would be of a half billion fine to British Steel. So, to mitigate that risk of the fine, what was to prevent British Steel just borrowing from the market if they're borrowing from the government commercial terms? So, could you provide clarity on that? Why did this go to 11th hour? It really seems that there's almost a gamble being taken by British Steel here in discussions with the government. So can you explain that? Were these risks identified when the government was negotiating the extension to Article 50? Now, also, in his statement, the Secretary talks about the need for members to reflect on the impact of decisions or non-decisions taking this place. That, Mr Speaker, seems like another classic attempt to blame other members for the Brexit mess that we're currently in. It's not our fault. It's a lack of leadership from the government. We had 2 years of the Prime Minister telling us no deal was much better than a bad deal, and then all of a sudden, near the end, it was my deal or no way at all. And the thing is, that was a deal, a withdrawal agreement that suffered the biggest parliamentary defeat in history. So surely the government should have reflected on that, instead of coming back here time and time again and blaming this House for the Brexit mess. Now, this is further amplified by the fact that in the statement it says, in the case of a no deal, the government are working with the Commission about future participation in the EU ETS scheme. Surely, Mr Speaker, if this government had made preparations for a no-deal Brexit, these discussions would already been had and concluded, and a way forward would have been identified. Mr Speaker, how do we get transparency in discussions with the government and industry to companies such as British Steel and Nissan, where backdoor deals were done previously? Who misses out? How are these companies identified? Why, for example, with Scottish Steel, it was left to the SNP Scottish Government to protect them rather than the UK Government? And finally, Mr Speaker, this proves the need for proper investment in CCS. Peterhead has sufficient storage ready to be utilised and operational by 2023-24, and this would tie in with the Teesside cluster, helping the steel industry. If they can find the £100 million overnight for a loan, why don't they find further money for direct strategic investment that will help heavy industry and the low-carbon transition?
Well, the